honestly, for a second, I felt that would it hamper my Vaishnavism? Would it hamper the faith I always follow, and to become a good man, a better person? Then I had my mother to talk to, so I called her. I had a discussion, and she said it's not about what you follow, it's about who you are, or how you behave, and what you do. If you're a good man, you're a good man. If you're a bad man, you're a bad man. There is no relationship with your religion. Come on. If you're educated enough, do not ever try to defend yourself in here. Hello there, how are you doing? I'm doing great so far, and I'm back in my working place, and I was working in the Middle East for a while, and it was really great experience. Today we are going to talk about my experience of fasting in Ramadan for 29 days just 1 month ago. I must say, in short, it was extraordinary feeling, extraordinary experience, and I'm going to share it with my friends. Just a little bit disclaimer that I'm not going to preach or talk good or bad about any religion here. If you are very conservative in your faith, I respect that. If you do not like people to talk about your faith or religion, and if you do not like, if you get offended quickly with religious things and religious comments, hearing from other people who are not believing in your religion or your faith, please skip this video, because I do not want to offend you. You are my friend, right? So this video is mainly made for my friends who are open-minded and those who believe that there is a space for everybody in our society, and there is always space for sharing stories, learning new things. So so that's about it. Let's talk about us. So me and Peter, we are getting together in the middle of September somewhere and enjoy our first anniversary. 24th of September we will complete 1 year of married life, although staying apart. Yeah, sad life. We love to be apart. So we are meeting in the middle of September. We will celebrate, and after that, hopefully we will not be separated again. I'm going to take break from my career and my jobs and everything. I'm gonna spend time with him and have some family time for 1 or 2 years, and then I will see where future and our destiny leads us. Before that, well, it's very difficult to bring him in the video because he is very camera shy, and if I'm physically not with him, he is not going to come. So I'm really sorry that I'm unable to bring him in the videos till now, and I'm really sorry that I'm making only videos with this face. So yeah, let's just pray for us so that we get together very soon, and we are going to make a lot of videos, lot of answers we are going to give, because I am full with your questions. I mean, I have written the whole diary full of your questions, because I'm gonna make a lot of videos answering your question. I love that you're following me in Facebook, and in Facebook page, in Instagram, in TikTok, and Snapchat. And I love your messages. You're sending your DMs in Instagram. You're sending, you're writing things in TikTok videos. You're also making comments on the Facebook page. You are actually in close touch with me. You're definitely watching the YouTube videos. Thank you so very much. And also you are being so relatable with me. I find myself in your stories somewhere. Let's get back to the story, why I followed Ramadan 29 days just 1 month ago, and how was it? So let me tell you that just before Ramadan month, Okay, so if you don't know what Ramadan month is, in India we call it Ramzan. So Ramzan is a month. There is a moon calendar, Hijri calendar, which usually Arabic people follow, and also it is followed by the people who are believing in Islam all over the world. This month is the month of spirituality. This year it was 29 days, sometimes it is 30 days, sometimes it depends on the moon calendar, and it is the whole Hijri calendar is also not 365 days, it is 10 or 9 days less every year. So this was just 1 month ago. This was the month of Shawwal, and before that it was Ramadan month. In that Ramadan month, people, according to the Islamic faith, there are 5 pillars of being Muslim, and one of them is fasting in Ramadan. And this fasting is not only related to like literal fasting, that you're avoiding food or water. It is also related to your bad activities, bad saying, bad behavior. You should be more spiritual, learn about religion. I believe this is just to keep you in track, and it's a nice idea to bring back those spirituality inside you and remind you that what you should do to become a good man. I feel, in short word, it's a spiritual training of 1 month. So, as you might know, that I'm a Vaishnav, and I believe in Hinduism, rather Vaishnavism. So why did I follow Ramadan? Because it was not necessary for me. Yes, it was not necessary, but again, it is not necessary that you will always do necessary things, and it is also not necessary that you would do something which is not necessary. Did I say correctly? I don't know. Okay, anyway, you get the meaning, right? You get the essence. I was in the Middle East. I was in Saudi Arabia. I was working, I was doing my projects, and I was working with elderly people. I had patients to look at, I had patients to give advice to, and at that moment, suddenly, my father got sick. His retina got some injury, and it started bleeding inside, which is subsided now with God's grace. And at that moment, it was just before, like 5 or 6 days before Ramadan, and I was so far. If you go to Saudi Arabia, you will know that there is an entry visa and there is an exit visa also. And I was caught up with my work, and then I was unable to apply for exit visa to go and see my father. And when I talked with the doctor and I saw the prescriptions, and my brother was taking him to the hospital, I got to know that there is nothing much but to wait on this thing, and doctor was doing the right thing. So I also kind of felt like, okay, I'm not an eye specialist, being there will not make so much of change, but I couldn't stop my mind because I was missing him. I wanted to see him personally, but then I had a lot of work, and I was in the middle of desert, so I had a lot of issues I could not break, and then I go. At that moment, the only thing could help me is spirituality. So I wanted to, I was so badly, I wanted to visit a temple, and I wanted to pray, I wanted to do something. But yeah, I was in Saudi Arabia, so there is no temple there. So, and then I felt so demoralized, and I felt like what to do, I don't know, because that is how I have been grown up, that is how my spirituality is. So I have always done that before, and because it was a regular practice, whenever I'm sad, whenever I'm depressed or something, I visit temple, just like I'm visiting my father, and feel good about it, talk with God, something like that. Like you go to church or go to temple or mosque or pray. how you feel, if you feel good, right? And the spirituality actually meant for making you good. So this was the main reason which convinced me that I should have done something for my father and his health and his long life. And I really want him to stay alive forever, and I want him to have a very good vision forever. So at that moment, it was just few days before Ramadan, I saw that there is a change in the hospital and there are some changes taking place. It's like a preparation of Ramadan. So during Ramadan, all those days, things are totally opposite. So those things happen in the daytime. It was not going to happen during Ramadan. So everything is like turn up. The OPD, outdoor offices, the laboratory section, and the pharmacy, everything is open in the night during Ramadan, not in the daytime. In the daytime, usually they're fasting, they're more involved in spiritual activities, and they are, because they're tired of fast, and they avoid working, and it's definitely hot outside, so they avoid working during daytime, and they try to take rest, while at night time they do the regular activities. So nothing is closed, but it's just the time is changed. When I saw that, I tried to understand, I tried to read more about Ramadan month. I tried to understand why it is important for them to fast, why it is important to stay away from intoxication for 1 month. How does it actually give them spirituality more? And I understood that this is nothing but going into a temple and praying. This is exactly similar to just practice and practicing your own spirituality and faith, and trying to get closer to your God, and trying to have a better understanding about your God and faith, and be healthy spiritually. When I understood that, I tried to consider a few more things. I talked with my mother, I talked with my husband, I talked with other few very close friends of mine who are following Islam, who are Muslim back in India, and I tried to read Hadith, the advice, book of advices from the last Prophet, peace be upon him, and I realized that there is nothing wrong. This fasting is just a spiritual activities, and I can follow it. Now, my father's illness was when it was the most important reason, but there are other, relatively important reasons also. For example, that I found that I am in a holy place. Just like when Western people go to India, they try to understand Hinduism. Or they go to Nepal, they try to understand Buddhism. Why? Because they are in the right place. So I am when I am in the middle of a desert, I'm in the middle of Saudi Arabian culture, and people surrounded by people who are Saudi Arabian and who are Saudi, and who are believing in Islam and Allah and Quran, the holy book. I thought this is a really nice opportunity to understand what Islam is all about. So if I fast here, I believe if there is Allah, if there is God, He won't actually kind of select that this person is Hindu, so he's following Ramadan, so I'm not going to bless him. No, I don't think so. If you are a God, and if you are a father, if I'm the son, if you are following everyone, you are the father of everybody, not only for people who are believing in Islam. what I believe, if you're a good man, what my mother taught me, that if you're a good man, if you're a good man to your friends, family, if you do your duties properly at home, at your neighborhood, in your country, and then also outside, if you do not hurt anybody intentionally, and if you continuously work on contributing towards mankind, God is yours. God is going to take care of you. And that's when I kind of realized that yes, I think this is the nice way, nice time to understand about Islam more, because there are stigma about Muslim people. Whenever people say their name and they're still in the airport, still there are discrimination. People still say bad thing about Muslim. But I really have very good friends who are Muslim, and honestly, it's all about you. If you're a good man, you're a good man. If you're a bad man, you're a bad man. There is no relationship with your religion. Come on. If you're educated enough, do not ever try to defend yourself in here. Okay? So now, at that moment when I was discussing with my friends, and then I also realized that the shops are going to get closed in the daytime. So I'm not going to get food. I personally do not want to influence anybody or break anybody's fast, or influence anyone's who is fasting in my neighborhood or in the same building. So I planned that no, I'm not going to cook in the daytime. So if I do not cook in the daytime, what would I do? What would I eat? Because I always cook and eat. So that was difficult. So I had to kind of stop every daytime activities. No job, no during daytime, no job, no, I'm not going to office. I have to be awake in the night, so that definitely I have to sleep in the daytime, and I'm not going to cook, so I need to cook in the night, and I have to eat. I thought I have to also follow the daily life of the Arabian people. Otherwise, I won't be able to survive. And that gave me a little bit of push that, okay, so I wanted to pray, and this is a nice place. This is a holy place. I have opportunity to understand about Islam, and I have opportunity to understand people, and I have the situation of daily life that would help me to follow this fasting process. Honestly, guys, I am blessed with one of the best mothers in the world, and she is so liberal and so understanding. And she said, well, you see, I do not care what religion you follow or what you're doing. You are just talking about fasting. We fast, my mother says, we fast almost every now and then. We have 300 millions of gods Hindu people believe, and they fast every now and then for some reason, some people apparently for no reason. But if you are fasting right now, you have a valid reason. You are trying to help your father through your prayers, and that's, I think it's never a bad choice. It's never a bad thing. And that made me so happy. That made me kind of really encouraged. And she also said that I'm happy. I'm really proud of you doing it. So, same thing my husband said. See, it is your decision. I believe in different religion, and if you feel that this is going to help your father, do it. If you feel that will help your mind to settle down, do it. I have no question about it. I have no restriction about it, and it is definitely your choice. So I'm quite happy. Definitely, I'm quite happy to have such kind of family members in my life. After this, when I settled down and I started the Ramadan first day, and I started it, and there was a sister in the hospital, and she helped me a lot with basic rules and regulations and stuff like that. I was working, I was doing my projects, I was also following Ramadan, so it was difficult, hard period of those Saudi days. In the evening, after the Maghrib prayer, the sunset time, there is a prayer. As you know, Muslim people, they're praying 5 times. There is a prayer during sunset, and at that time you're allowed to break your fast. And I was breaking fast every day with my friends and colleagues and other stuff. So I felt it felt so amazing to share food, celebrate that fasting period, talking and listening about spirituality, understanding the core of life and the value of spirituality. I'm kind of thankful in a way to my mother and Peter that they allowed me to do it, I wouldn't say allowed, I would say they encouraged me to do it, but and at the same time I feel lucky that at the same very Ramadan month I spend in a holy place. So yeah, and honestly I felt really great after the month is gone. I lost a lot of weight, yes, true. My schedule was changed, my circadian clock was changed, my body clock was changed, and my digestion was not really good enough, and I was tired the whole time. It was difficult. I absolutely salute to those who follow it every single year, because it's hectic, it's goddamn. It's so tiring, it's so difficult while you are a working person. Think about a mother who is having children, she's cooking food for family, also following Ramadan, and then praying. It's really tough. It's really tough for every single person. So those who are following it, hats off to you. And my experience so far was really nice. My father is doing better, that is more important. So, and medicine worked. I am happy. I felt happy during the month. I felt spiritually more inclined, more subsided and settled down. I felt that no religion say bad thing. And I'm really happy to share this with you, because I always wanted to share with you. And it's 1 month gone, and now I'm back, so I'm relaxed a little bit. Okay, that's about it. Thank you for following me in Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and other social medias. Thanks for following us. Hopefully in September we are going to be together in the video, me and Peter, and we're going to answer a lot of questions. Thank you so much for being with me for a long time, and if you enjoyed this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And those, if you feel that you want to influence people to become open-minded more about religious activities and be spiritual, please do share and give me your comments below. What do you think about it? And I would appreciate all positive comments. And yeah, I love talking to you. So let's talk. Let's talk. What more I would say? I would say goodbye and take care. See you in next video. Thank you so very much. Bye bye.